Well, if you ever had the opportunity to work on your car in a dark night with no illumination other than that little bitty bulb underneath the hood, you know what a pain it can be. This little device from CLAKAP has got that thing nailed. It'll take care of that problem and you'll never have to worry about can't see under the hood anymore. Well, this device is excellent in its design intent. There are a couple other applications I believe you're going to find useful for it, and I'll get into those a little later on in the video. Now, as to what comes in the box, you get a charging cord, a one-page instruction manual, and the light. The charging cord is much longer than you usually get with most devices. It's a full 40 inches long, so that'll let you stretch the light out a little bit while you're charging it out. As for the light, it is approximately 14 inches long for the actual bulbs, and it's very flexible. This is chip-on-board technology, so you can bend this pretty tightly. I probably wouldn't go but smaller than an inch radius or so, but you could definitely wrap it around something. The overall light length, less strap, is about 22 inches. One end has a charge indicator, the on-off switch, and the charging port. The light itself has two modes, high and low. It comes on in high, and another press of the on-off button puts it in low, and a secondary press puts it back off again. The charging cable comes with a Type A on one end and a Type C on the other end. Obviously you could plug this into what most cars already have, being a Type A jack, and charge it in the car, or charge it at home on your computer or off a wall outlet that has a standard Type A jack. There are two fully rotatable spring-loaded links on either end of the light. These will stay where you put them and allows you to position the light at any angle relative to the strap that you would desire. Taking another closer look at the light here. First I'm indicating where the charging indicator is, followed by the power switch, and finally at the end of the light we have the charging port. It's covered by a somewhat water-resistant cover. Again, I wouldn't want to submerge this device, but it would probably stand up to a rain shower. Taking another quick look at the light, we find that the light itself has a Velcro backing on the actual light, and you could separate the light from the Velcro just by peeling it back. There are two magnetic ends on each end of the light. Both ends of the lights are supplied with padded hooks. The hooks are plastic. There's a rubber padding on the inside of it where it would actually clamp into your hood, so it shouldn't damage the paint to the car. The actual straps themselves are definitely elastic. Each side of the strap could probably be adjusted at least a foot longer than its normal unstretched length, giving you an additional 2 feet to the dimensions I'm about to give you now. The strap itself is 62 inches maximum adjustment with a 50-inch minimum adjustment. That minimum adjustment is probably more important than the maximum adjustment is, because that gives you the minimum size you can clamp the device to. Okay, enough about the physical characteristics of the light. Let's take a look at how to use it. Here I've got it strapped on my Honda Accord. The light, as you see, is aimed out at about a 45-degree angle. Now, after a couple hours later, of course it's dark outside, so let's turn the light on and see what it looks like underneath the hood of the car. As you can see, it's just about like daylight under that car. You can see everything on top just as clear as a bell. No problem. You could easily change your oil or do any minor maintenance you had underneath the car. And the light is a pretty penetrating light. It goes in there pretty deep. As you can see, even 45 degrees, the shadows are only just beginning to get on the leeward side of the light. As I indicated before, let's look at some other possible uses for this light. Here I've got it strapped on the trunk of the Honda. And of course the Honda is not an SUV, but I think you're probably getting the idea. For all you folks headed off next fall to your favorite night game or your favorite football team, this thing can make a pretty darn good tailgating light. You'd be able to eat in the back of the SUV, use it to illuminate your grill just outside the SUV, and even probably a fairly close table would be covered by this light if you kick the light just right and open the tailgate on the SUV just far enough where the illumination would cast out like an area light. To take this concept one step further, what I've done here is put the camera on a tripod. I'm doing a full 360 with the camera all the way back around to the car so you can get an idea of what the ambient lighting is here now. Now I turn the light on. I'm going to do the same thing with the light on. And take a look at how well the neighbor's truck shows up and the entire side of his garage shows up at the same time. As I pivot back around, you can see that things brighten up considerably once they get back in the neighborhood of the Honda again. In this case, the light is on the back of the Honda, of course, and my actual camera is mounted about 20 feet away from the trunk of the car. Now let's look at my final application, what I came up with for this light. In this case, I just strapped it around, wrapped it around a tree branch right up next to the car, and then put the hook back into itself, so to speak. And now let's take a look at night. For all you campers and outdoorsmen out there, this thing makes a darn good area light. You could easily use this thing for your campsite, preparing meals and lighting up the general area. And it also, of course, makes a very bright light for those midnight trips to the bathroom where there's no light available. So, yeah, this light has an awful lot of good uses, even outside automotive applications. And I'm pre-holding the camera here, and you can see it's lighting up the side of that car pretty well, even though it's a good 5 feet away from the car when I start out. Yep, all in all, I found this to be a very unique and useful tool. Hopefully you did too. If you did, check out the link in the description to see where you can find you one. Now, thanks for watching. Appreciate you taking a long look at this video. Hope you come back again soon. If you did, please consider giving me a like and definitely think about subscribing. I've got an awful lot more videos coming on the way. So, until our paths cross again, y'all take care, have a great week and a great day, and we'll be seeing you again soon by the video. Bye, y'all.